I am quite tired. And I'm sure you are tired. I can't imagine how tired the government is. I can even imagine the opposition is tired because it takes a lot of energy to be miserable. I know. But really, we want this COVID thing to just be over and get back to normal, whatever that means anymore. But you know one thing that actually has gotten back to normal? Lyman on a Friday. And anyone can tell you that the streets are packed, well, anyone except the Prime Minister.
In seated arrangements or in standing arrangements at bars. Bars are still open, but they're not allowed to do the usual barring thing. You go and line by the bar and congregate.
Oh, he's so trusting of us as a nation. Yes, Prime Minister, we don't go outside and do things like liming outside the bar. But the only other people who can't seem to realize that things are mostly back to normal, the Bar Owners Association. Clearly, their sole purpose these days is to seek relevance by whining about things that are already happening. Because they continue to be like, well, why can't you serve alcohol in bars?
Why are bars restricted when alcohol consumption is allowed everywhere else? This is the question from President of Barkeepers and Operators Association, Satish Munisar, who continues to urge government to allow alcohol consumption within bars. He admits that some bars have been flouting regulations by allowing consumption of alcohol on their property, but says enforcement by the TTPS could be ramped up. Mr. Munisar says that the association will continue to advocate for bars to be fully reopened without restrictions and hopes government will hear their call.
Dude, they absolutely already are. We are called Trickydadians. We will find a way.
So the police, we have a lot of work to do to make sure we measure 50%. Is person not allowed to drink alcohol? Are we supposed to go into every table and ascertain and do a test to verify how much alcohol is in each glass? It is very difficult for police officers.
On March 12th, police alleged that they found persons dining at Jenny's restaurant after 10 p.m. in breach of the regulations.
And don't let the polices run into Jenny's make you think that, that's the only place that's doing this. I mean, think about it. To get to Jenny's, the police had to pass Earth across the road that always bump in. Yeah, I name it names. And I can tell you for a fact, one bar has its drinks menu on a QR code, so you scan it, and then it's on your phone, so there's no actual physical drinks menu. Plausible deniability, it's fantastic. Last week, when there were 2 cases, when our numbers went from 2 to 5 to 17, and we're finding out, surprise, surprise, that they're linked to...
They were associated with a bar, and this generated the following cases and contacts. 4 primary contacts, of whom they were swabbed and they were all COVID positive. 5 secondary contacts, of whom 2 were COVID positive, and 1 tertiary contact that was tested and they were found to be negative.
And it's not bad enough that they're staying in one bar.
We actually had 2 cases that when we investigated and asked where they'd been, they actually admitted to bar hopping.
And keep in mind, the virus, he likes to bar hop too, except to the virus, the bar is, well, people. And just a final note, a song that resonates with me and should resonate in your heart as well.
The pandemic isn't over just because you're over it. The pandemic isn't over just because you're over it. The pandemic isn't over just because you're over it. The pandemic isn't over just because you're over it. The pandemic isn't over just because you're over it. Don't be a dumb.
All right, that's our show. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.